programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਨੇਕ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇਖੋ suprememastertv.com/schedule.
With a delicate touch of Kintsugi and a little bit of TLC, broken ceramic items gain a new life and dignity, symbolizing the beauty of healing and rebirth. Japanese Traditional Crafts, Part 1 of 2, Kintsugi, Finding Beauty in Mending Pottery. Continue watching to find out more.
Vegan, 'cause animal people are the love from the divine.
In the picturesque Philippines, when you meet up with friends, you can say, "Magandang araw, mga kaibigan," meaning, "Good day, friends," in Filipino. I'm Rabia. The sweet Philippine people pray for your rapid transition to the benevolent, sensible vegan lifestyle. The people from the animal kingdom will also praise you in gratitude. May heaven bless your noble hearts. Welcome to our program, Japanese Traditional Crafts, Part 1 of 2, Kintsugi, Finding Beauty in Mending Pottery. For centuries, the craft of pottery making has been practiced around the world to create beautiful, usable kitchen essentials and decorative items out of clay, a widely available and environmentally friendly resource. But most people who use crockery have probably at some point broken it and then lamented the loss of the item and perhaps the need to replace it. If it's a special item, we may glue it up, but it might never be considered the same, especially if the break remains visible. However, in resourceful Japan, a broken item can not only be repaired, but may even be considered better than the original. Let's explore the fascinating world of Kintsugi, the art of restoring broken ceramics with lacquer and adding artistic value in the process. Japan has a long history of ceramics, dating back to the Jomon period, circa 14,000 to 300 BC, when pottery became widespread in the country, including for decorative purposes. Small fragments of pottery more than 16,000 years old have been found in Aomori Prefecture, the northernmost of Japan's main islands. The name Jomon literally means rope marked and is named after the pottery made by people of that time, which had characteristic ropes cut into it. Japanese potters have used lacquer in their work since around 2400 BC. Traditional Japanese lacquer is commonly called urushi lacquer because it's made from the sap of the urushi tree. Urushi lacquer's main chemical component, urushiol, is a mild irritant, so most craftspeople who use it wear gloves, although it is less toxic than most modern glues. Some historians believe that the early Japanese were the first people to use lacquers on ceramics. In Kintsugi, lacquer is used to repair broken pottery, but then instead of hiding the cracks or repairs, a sprinkling of gold, silver, or platinum is added to enhance it. If gold is used, the process is called kintsugi, where kin means gold and tsugi means joinery. If silver is used, it's called gintsugi, where gin means silver in Japanese, and if platinum is used, It's called Kintsugi. Since gold is most often used in this procedure, the overall restoration process is commonly referred to as Kintsugi, even if another precious metal is used. Sometimes, when an item breaks, a small piece cannot be retrieved or reattached, in which case, an alternative piece of ceramic is used in its place. This process is called yobitogi. With a delicate touch of Kintsugi and a little bit of TLC, broken items gain a new life and dignity, symbolizing the beauty of healing and rebirth. Kintsugi is made more special by the uniqueness and unpredictability of the mending procedure and the final look of the restored item. Because the repair depends on a random break, how the repaired item will turn out is unknown until the Kintsugi process is complete. In old times, the owners of items would look forward to receiving their pieces back from the Kintsugi master and would enjoy using their imaginations to find metaphors for the break or crack, which once repaired and enhanced is called scenery. Since cracks in ceramics usually follow jagged lines and are often sprinkled with gold dust, during the Kintsugi process, lightning is a popular metaphor. Various theories exist about the origins of Kintsugi, but they are believed to lie in the Japanese tea ceremony, which rose to prominence among high-class Japanese approximately 400 years ago and remains popular in Japan today. The tea ceremony uses fine pottery items for making and serving tea, and these pieces were expensive, especially in the early days, so if they broke, their owners needed a way to restore them. Out of this need, along with the resourcefulness of the Japanese people, came the concept of Kintsugi.
Vegan, building a new life foundation.
Optimistic viewers will now pause for a moment to hear a brief message and return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program. The Zen Buddhist aesthetic behind Kintsugi is connected with the Japanese ideal of mushin, a state of mind free from anger, fear, and ego. A person who has achieved a state of mushin accepts and embraces change and fate as aspects of human existence, so he or she recognizes and even celebrates the beauty in broken, imperfect things. Christy Bartlett, the founding director of the Urasenke Foundation San Francisco, which promotes the Urasenke school of the Japanese tea ceremony around the world, has this to say about Kintsugi.
The vicissitudes of existence over time, to which all humans are susceptible, could not be clearer than in the breaks, the knocks, and the shattering, to which ceramic ware too is subject. This poignancy or aesthetic of existence has been known in Japan as mono no aware, a compassionate sensitivity or perhaps identification with outside oneself.
After Japan opened its doors to the world more than 150 years ago, it became easier for Japanese people to buy new materials and products, so repairs became less necessary. But fortunately, Kintsugi is enjoying a quiet revival in popularity, with many workshops being held around Japan. Mr. Hidetoshi Nobu is a second-generation Kintsugi master from Takeo Town in Saga Prefecture in Kyushu, the southernmost of Japan's main islands. Takeo is the oldest porcelain town in Japan and is famous for porcelain called Takeo ware, which was originally brought to Japan from Korea in the 16th century. Mr. Nobu is training his son to be the third generation in his lineage. Mr. Nobu is so skilled at kintsugi that he frequently restores historical artwork for museums and art dealers. He has seen a rise in the number of requests from private individuals over the past few decades. Mr. Nobu also teaches kintsugi workshops around Japan.
本当に気に入っているものをずっと持ち続けたいと考える人や、おじいさんおばあさんが大切にしていた遺品を直したいという方が増えてきました。一昔前の大量生産して使い捨てるという時代から変わってきている。
Another famous kintsugi enthusiast and teacher is Mr. Kunio Nakamura, the owner of the Six Dimension Bookstore Cafe in Ogikubo, Tokyo, where he hosts kintsugi classes. As a freelance director of art and travel shows, Mr. Nakamura has visited over 40 countries and has written many books on the art of kintsugi. In his kintsugi classes, Mr. Nakamura uses stationery and tools that can be found in most homes in order to make it easier for his students to mend their own household items in the future and thus incorporate kintsugi into their lives. An expert on different lacquers used in Asia, Mr. Nakamura also recommends a product called the New Lacquer, which is made entirely from plant resins and other natural materials. It dries easily and is non-toxic, unlike other lacquers. Its lead content when dried is lower than mineral water. It is also environmentally friendly as no trees are cut down for its production. One of the reasons kintsugi is growing in popularity around the world appears to be for its therapeutic effects on the mind. Kintsugi is increasingly being recognized as a method of quieting and healing the mind. By tending to the cracks and broken pieces and creating something beautiful from them, one learns to appreciate life's flaws and imperfections, and that opportunities for healing, growth, and transformation are always present. Renowned New York psychotherapist and marriage counselor Miss Jean Fitzpatrick summarized the symbolic significance of kintsugi with these words on her website.
Kintsugi is a visual reminder of the central and even beautiful role repair can play in our lives. We all experience disappointment and loss. What matters most in determining our fulfillment and happiness is our capacity for repair and resilience.
The most important thing is to stop killing, because animals also have souls and understand like humans. Teachings of the Saints, Taoism.
Resilient viewers, we appreciated your company today during Japanese Traditional Crafts Part 1 of 2, Kintsugi, Finding Beauty in Mending Pottery. Please join us again next Wednesday, December 1st for Part 2. Up next is Shining World Compassion Award recipient, the brave Caden Thompson, Walking for Charity, right after Noteworthy News. We pray that all humanity will soon collaborate through heaven's grace and become vegan to save our precious planet.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/CTAW.